Hope you're doing good. Micah back with another video. Back here to talk about the Samsung Galaxy A53 just about 3 weeks later. I am surprised that I have been enjoying this phone as much as I have been. The Samsung Galaxy A53 has been way more of a delight to use over the Samsung Galaxy A36. And that we're talking about a 3-year difference, right? This is a mid-range from 2022. Body style, from a hardware perspective, I enjoy more than A36. Now, the reason why is two-faced, right, or twofold. It's how sleek this is, so it's more sleek. It actually feels like the Samsung Galaxy Z Flip series. It just can't flip. It seems like it's that much thinner in terms of the body, so it's thinner. It's 6.5 inches, so it's also shorter, and so that shorter, smaller profile, the thinner feel, or more narrow, I should say. And then the way the phone just feels in the hand, where it almost feels like the screen bleeds off the edge, even though there's no curve. It feels so good. It feels like the perfect daily driving device. And that's why I like it over not just the A36. Why I've been enjoying this device in particular. Even when you look at how thin it is, I know thinness is kind of the name of the game right now if you ask the Samsung Galaxy S25 Edge. The Samsung Galaxy S25 Edge is probably a little thinner than this, because I don't know what this really comes in at, but well, no, it's probably definitely thinner than this. This probably comes in around 6.8 millimeters or so. That's my guess. And the Edge comes in at like 5.8, like crazy thin. So it is thinner than this, but this is thinner than I thought it was going to be, and it's thinner than the Galaxy A36. And so from a hardware perspective, I've been enjoying using the A53. Camera wise, I don't have a lot of pictures to share, but I will say the cameras have actually been pretty solid. I can just go ahead and click right on into them and go ahead and use them, take pictures if I need to. The only thing I've noticed, well, we'll see, because, all right, so it didn't happen. And I think that's because of the One UI 7 update, which we'll talk about in another video. But look at the quality and the detail right here with decent lighting. That's Bo-Katan's headpiece there. Yep, it's a limited edition collectible. You know what I mean? Got Dooku over there. Got Shin Hati, right? Balin's skull, and some little plush that was free from GameStop, and then my X-Men medallion over there. So the cameras on here are pretty good for mid-range, and they get the job done. I like that a lot. So hardware, again, for this device has been very, very good. And as you see, it's been holding up for me. The previous owner had it for about probably 2 to 3 years. And so even for them to be able to pass it along to me and to see the condition of this device, those are just smudges, by the way. But look how clean the previous owner kept it. And then I've had it for 3 weeks, and it likewise has stayed clean. And you guys know I don't really rock cases or screen protectors on my devices like that. So it just shows you Samsung's prowess when it comes to the hardware. Now, software. What makes this device tick better than the A36? Because that's going to be my go-to, right? That's a budget device from 2025 to compare against this mid-range of 2022. Before we get into that, if you guys haven't already, make sure you hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, hit that notification bell. It's all free. That way you never miss my videos. So you and I can sit back, check, see what's cracking. We are 100 subscribers away from 10,000 subscribers. So tell all your friends, share the videos everywhere. Stay tuned. Subscribe if you haven't already, because this journey is going to really kick off once we hit that 10,000. So back to the video. Software wise, the software runs more smooth. Now, this is my first time kicking over to Google Discovery since updating One UI 7 earlier this morning. But as you see, after it initially loads in, it's fine. Both this device and the Galaxy A36 ran One UI 7, or I should say runs One UI 7, right? Now, this device was on One UI 6.1 prior to versus the Galaxy A36's One UI 7. And the software from a 3-year-old device held by 2 different owners with 2 different styles of using the device runs smoother than a brand new Samsung Galaxy A36 right out the box. Tell me how that makes sense, right? Samsung and their mid-range devices are very, very close to flagship level devices. The A36 or budget devices look flagship in face only, right? With eyesight only. But once you start using it, that software will let you know real fast that it is not quite optimized for even a daily experience, at least for me. That's for me. Now, I've noticed in the comment section that some people say the same thing about their Galaxy A36 experience. Some say the A35 was even better. From the A53's perspective, I hear people with the A53 enjoy their A53. I hear people enjoy the A54, the A55, and I've yet to hear anybody talk about the A56. That's a device I might try to go for, but I've noticed with my analytics and the views on my channel, y'all haven't really been rocking with my mid-range budget journey experience, bringing that to the channel. So for me, I'm gonna have to weigh the differences with the A56 versus just going to jump back into the flagship territory, because y'all have not quite been enjoying the experience when dealing with mid-range and budget devices. Now, that could change if you guys continue to watch the content, of course, but I also have to serve my audience. If y'all ain't rocking it, I gotta jump and go do something else. So jumping back into flagships, very easy from that perspective. And this year, I will be gunning for, if not the Samsung S25 Edge, the Flip or Fold 7, and then the potentially one of the iPhones, because the iOS 26 looks very, very good. But again, software experience wise, this device runs circles around the Galaxy A36, and that speaks very well of a 3-year-old device, how Samsung software has aged over time. If you remember, TouchWiz was very problematic, very laggy, very slow, especially over time. But to see One UI stand so supreme, staying firm in its resolve to be solid 3 years in, that speaks volumes to Samsung's optimization, update schedule, and support, and hardware support to support these software updates. And so that's the Exynos 1280 that's in this device. That chip is doing wonders when it comes to software and the experience of daily driving the Samsung Galaxy A53. Battery life, something that can be hard to talk about sometimes. The battery life is pretty interesting on this, and I think it's because it's 3 years old that it hangs on to 100% for as long as possible before it just starts trickling down. But I easily get a day out of this device. I can get 24 hours, no problem. If we actually jump in here now, the analytics are going to look a little different because I did update to One UI 7 earlier this morning. And I just have to find device care because some things have changed. But if I jump into battery, it says I have 3.5 hours left. And if we see, it's full charge, lasts about 21 hours and 6 minutes. So effectively a full day, right? Now, it's been active here 21 hours and 35 minutes ago. So I took this off the charger last night. Of course, it goes through the 7 to 8 hours of being, not used due to sleep, and then kicked up and used again. But today it's been, reshuffling resources, background apps, and readjusting to One UI 7, which is why my battery got drained a whole lot faster throughout today. And as you guys can see, I'm sitting at, what's that, 17%? Still not bad for a brand new software update, and still rocking it through its paces. I do a lot of listening to Apple Music and YouTube on my device. So that's really what's been draining the battery the most. I don't spend a lot of time on social media otherwise. So when it comes to my battery life, it's fairly streamlined and simple from that perspective. And it's good to see that battery life has been solid on a 3-year-old device. Something that this is this is comparable to the Samsung Galaxy A36, and that's a budget range device, so that's actually not necessarily a bad thing for a budget device to be able to get a day's worth of battery life out of a 5,000 milliamp battery. This has 5,000 milliamps and arguably gets similar, and this is a 3-year-old battery, so imagine having this fresh and brand new out of the box with a new battery. This probably could have lasted a whole lot longer. So again, it speaks to Samsung really paying attention to how they optimize their battery tech and the software for battery usage for the devices, and you can look no further than the Samsung Galaxy A53 providing you that experience. That's something I'm very proud to also see, because I can rock this device on a normal, or this is like a true secondary device if and when I move on to a flagship device. This is a device, if I wasn't going to use it as trade-in credit, I could happily see me using, if not continued as a daily device, as a true secondary device. Something I actually really couldn't speak of when it comes to the Samsung Galaxy A36, but I can here with the Samsung Galaxy A53. So let me know down in the comment section below what you guys think of the Galaxy A53. Are you rocking a mid-range device or a budget device? Are you on that flagship level? What flagship do you think I should go for? Whether it's Samsung, Google, Apple, or another company, OnePlus. The comment section is open for discussion. Again, as always, if you guys haven't already, make sure to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell. It's all free. That way you never miss our video, so you and I can sit back, check, see what's cracking. And don't forget to hit the super things button down there by the like and dislike button, Cash App and PayPal, and check the channel out for all the videos available to you. That's where to keep tech fresh and alive on this channel. And don't forget, when you donate to the channel, those proceeds go towards being able to get new devices to review, test, and talk about with you guys. It's your man Micah signing out. Until the next video. Wait for it.